GE is just around the corner, and if you're planning to vote for the opposition, I hope you consider properly, especially if it's from these groups. Okay, so this one is the Singapore Democratic Alliance.
Media space are very precious, and they spend time focused on those parties that have MP in the parliament, and that's why there are many coverage for WP, PSP, and also there's another one exemption is the SDP. And that doesn't mean that SDA is not working the ground after every GE. We have been providing free meal, we have been actually helping elderly, we organize activities, bring them out for free movie and for a war and anything.
Okay, this is from the Singapore United Party.
Brief the residents to giving out of food during Ramadan period and greetings of the residents during festive seasons. So these are some of the efforts me and my team has put in, and so I do not wish to see their efforts go down the drain.
Okay, this is from the Red Dot United.
CPF members to have a affordable retirement. Okay, and there are some of them who are living in private estate, landed properties, living alone, came to me, whispered to me in silence. They are saying that they are suffering. I live in private property, but I still pay property tax. However, I do not entitled for any benefits that is given compared to my peers who are living in public housing. This really put me into a state where I feel very empathetic towards them.
Okay, what are your thoughts on all this?
Can I clarify? The last guy he's saying that
Very empathetic for the rich people who stay in private property must pay property tax.
very sad, the guy. What the hell? What are they talking about?
Wait, these are actual opposition
parties talking to the media on what they have done. Why should people vote for them?
and they are running for.
All running for elections. All want to contest at some SMC or GRC.
Okay, because don't get me wrong, no. They. Okay, whatever. Okay, yes, they might not funny or whatever. What they are. Okay, but what they are doing right on the ground is not bad. They're giving free meals and stuff like that.
Taking old people for a walk or anything.
Free movies. But I feel like you do that at maybe a grassroots level is good. But if you're talking about politics, no. It takes a different kind of trait, a different kind of characteristic or caliber to be performing. You are doing up policies for the masses. Yes, you have the heart lah, but
I actually feel when you say they have the heart, right? The first two, right? You see the way they put forth, is we provide free meals, we bring the old people go all this. Like I feel like you do all these things so
with
that
a motive.
when during GE time like that you can say all those things. I felt it was like that.
Okay, the thing is right, has they been doing it for the past elections or only this period?
According to them, they've been doing the whole while lah.
Because the first party say what?
Yeah
Even
lah.
after G,
We still do it.
Give them benefit of doubt or bring the auntie go walk or.
every movie. Oh.
I don't know lah. Okay, one thing I really don't know about their policies, right, in each of their parties, right? I don't know lah, but
Party manifesto is bring people for walk.
whatever they do, right? I mean, PAP or like Worker Party, all these are doing in their current GRC also, like big walks or like events or whatnot. I believe they are good people lah, because they already want to help out their community, right? If let's say their party manifesto and their grandeur idea, right, is not that fantastic, right? I rather they go join like the grassroots of each
Yeah
of the
lah,
other
that's the
people.
thing. That's the thing.
Good people,
Yeah.
but cannot. I mean, like
No, not there. Like,
the policy is not there.
yeah.
So speaking of policy, I think we can agree there are some parties where the policy okay. And the three main parties are these lah. These are the three main opposition parties.
Of course.
We have the Workers' Party, the SDP and the PSP.
Same James and Vivian.
Yes,
So this was a debate that took place during the last GE. It was actually quite a good debate, and
this was
James
last
did very
GE,
well. This was for last GE. I think even Singapore recognized if we want to call just call these three parties only lah.
That's
Because
true,
the three parties, and the reason why I want to bring this up, right, is because there's an idea I want to explore. You guys go watch basketball, right? You know who's Black Mamba?
Yes.
Okay, you know who's Black Mamba, right? Kobe.
Kobe.
Okay. You know who's White Mamba or not?
Jovic.
No.
No
Okay,
lah.
there is this guy. His name is Brian Scalabrini. A very unknown guy. He used to play last time lah, and he's not a very good player. So this guy, his stats,
The worst, right?
yeah, one of the worst, right?
Yeah.
And people always clown him. They say, "Wallahi, how you in NBA like this one?" He came back, he clapped back at them. He say, "Okay, I might be horrible, right? But I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me."
Damn.
It's a very profound quote. I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. And I feel in politics, it's like that also. Like you see the three opposition members are the ones that we feel maybe got some kind of credibility, right? What these smaller guys are to them is further than what they are to maybe the PAP and all. Like the Workers' Party is closer to the PAP than the SDA or the RDU is closer to them. And I also feel, and this is where maybe some people will disagree and maybe we might catch a bit of backlash for this, I also feel that the PAP is closer to the ideal state of government than the Workers' Party is close to them. So the same quote that the Workers' Party can tell an SDA member, the same thing the PAP guy can tell the Workers' Party.
Wow, to that extent.
Because in part is firstly your policies, secondly is the kind of talent you bring in. Because the kind of talent you bring in will also help you to craft better policies.
Yes, for sure.
And I feel for a long time, the PAP has this kind of monopoly on the best talents in Singapore.
It's true, they really handpick everything, and they're overpowered. So I don't know. People who with a certain caliber, are they more in line with PAP?
Last time you could easily make that link, right? But nowadays, things are moving. And a lot of very high profile, high caliber, very talented people, they are also aligning themselves with the opposition. So for this GE, I'm just going to show you guys three people who are notable personalities. Over here we have Lawrence Peck, Harpreet Singh, and Dr. Ong Liu Ping. Okay, these guys have reached a certain level in their professional standing. Like for example, Lawrence Peck, he used to be SecGen of the Singapore Manufacturing Federation. He's also a CEO of a tech company now and a GM of another tech company. So very good CV. Harpreet Singh is a senior counsel. He has his own legal firm. He's a managing partner at his firm. Comes from Harvard Law Master's degree.
Wow. Sick.
Dr. Ong Liu Ping, he's a senior principal psychologist at IMH. He holds many key appointments for different agencies and organizations that work with the government. So all of these guys, right, you look at their CV, all stacked, all very good. They can match more or less every PAP member that is coming in, new face.
Look like they will join PAP one.
Some would say some would say. And that brings me to this idea, because all of these guys have very good professional success.
Can I bring up one point? Okay, one thing that I've been starting to watch a lot of like election stuff, right? Or like I read about different people, right? One thing I know about WP and PAP, right, is their ideology is not very far off one. It's like maybe 80% is in line with PAP.
Yes.
The difference, right, why people right would rather join Worker Party, right, is because their voice are being heard. When you join PAP, right, you believe that this system is good, right? Because 80% is 100% there, right? You know that this is sort of like quote unquote the best governance ever, right? You 100% agree. But what's the difference, right? Is they just want to be heard. They want to be able to say certain things. For PAP, right, you're following the system, right? They are planned for years. This is what we're going to do for the next 15 years, and after that, for the next 15 years, what you're going to do. That's why you cannot really have a voice in a sense.
In the defense of Workers' Party, right, because this idea was thrown out before, you are very similar to PAP, some would say you are PAP light and stuff. And one thing which a few of them have actually tackled, and Harpreet has also tackled this issue, the idea is there are things that a stable government should have. And these are the things that they are in agreement with. Because as long as you have good vision for the future, you would agree with this, agree with this, agree with this. It's not that it is similar to PAP's idea. It's just that there is an ideal, PAP is following the ideal, we also follow the ideal. The real difference come in that small differences that we have in thought. And they believe that their idea better encapsulates what is best for the people.
Same, but different.
So earlier you all saw a couple of these minor political party members. You all know for a fact you don't like what they stand for. You even say like it's a no caliber and stuff, right? So what exactly is something you want in a politician? Let's say you're voting for this guy. What is one thing you want to see in him or her?
The first thing that I can think about is maybe being quick-witted. Because being quick-witted...
Politician.
You are the guy that bring them, the aunties out for a walk, no?
No, he's the one that made the auntie pay for all his stuff. You use the name of politician.
Okay, so the reason why I say quick-witted, right, is because being quick-witted means you connect things very fast. Your thought process is quick. It just takes a certain finesse and skill to be quick-witted.
Okay, name one politician like this.
Umbrtone, oh. Yeah.
Okay, what is one thing you all want to see?
I think for me, the ability to think and then deliver that out. Because that is, like, it cannot be separate thing, one. It has to come hand in hand, one. If you are smart, you can just think within. But if you cannot articulate, like, well, right, then it doesn't show the depth in the thinking also. Yeah, so I realized a lot of times, right, the politicians that are, like, the ones that we saw just now, right, they just don't have that oomph, and the content that they speak of, right, is different. Like, it's a way different level from even like the current Workers' Party, you know.
Opposition.
Yeah, or the opposition.
But they'll bring you for a walk or anything left.
Like if the third guy, the last guy that you show us, have the cure for cancer inside, I think we are doomed, no?
You will never be released to the world. Okay, so name me one politician who fits the bill for yours.
I think Vivian. He's someone who, you see, when the last GE, when he was speaking to James and another two, right? I can't remember who. I think just now you showed, right?
Yeah, Chisun-Juan and Francis.
It was so good, like the way he was so composed, but in the way he also throw back things to them also. Like, and
Yeah, that was solid.
and that whole conference, or that was like 2 hours or more, if I'm not wrong. Being a good leader, right, you must be able to hold your ground for that long and that of substance also.
Okay, so if you have to choose, what's one thing you want to see?
I think, right, is the iron in them.
For you.
Yeah.
So name me one politician.
Shanmugam.
You think Shanmugam got the iron?
Okay,
Why?
I can explain why also. Firstly, right, okay, he has dedicated his whole damn life to Singapore. He's like, Singapore is way above his whole career. Like he can easily be one of the top lawyers in Singapore, but he chose his life in public service. Secondly, right, okay, he took the position of Minister of Law and Foreign Affairs, right? He has taken so many stunts that is not popular, no? Like the rape, like the hanging cases, everybody around the world, right, is shooting him down. But he believes this is what right for Singapore, and he can take on anything. And he's always the first to blast on because he's
good at that.
yeah. You don't come and talk shit about me. Don't talk shit about me or my country. I have that iron. I have that power. That's why I really, 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 really love him. Yeah.
So Min Shan, Indrani, and Vivian. Nobody wants Leong Man Wai,
Joanna. Let's not go there. Hey, choose. I don't.
Okay, what about you guys? If you can pick one person to add to your political party, who would you pick? Let us know and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.